Obviously, you guys knew earlier in the week, but tell us, coming in late and playing a game like that.
Yes, I wouldn't say it was that early. I only found out yesterday, like late morning. But obviously Warren had a rest this week with training, and luckily we trained like that, so that made it a lot easier. And I mean, with a special bunch of guys we are now, it was so easy to just fit in the role and just do the job I have to do. So yeah, it made it a lot easier with all the great guys around me.
Francois, your first start for the Springboks for quite a long time. Can you just talk about if there's been any change in like the intensity of the play, particularly, obviously if you come off the bench you sort of used to raising the tempo of the play, but how this team is setting out to play from the outset?
Yeah, we kind of wanted to outplay them, obviously knowing that they came from Durban quite late, and obviously playing at Ellis Park, high altitude, you are tend to blow out a bit, but yeah, we wanted to raise the tempo. Obviously the rucks was a bit messy and quite difficult, because I think that's where they wanted to target us, to try and slow the breakdowns down, or to try and slow the game down. But yeah, I think we just want to try and speed the game up and play both sides of the breakdown, have free reign and just play what's on in front of us.
Ruan, you must have thought Test rugby was quite easy. The first scrum, you won a scrum penalty, and then it got a bit more difficult afterwards.
No, not at all. We always knew the French is a good scrummaging side in all their tight phases. But yeah, what a great honour to make my Test debut here at Emirates Airline Park. And yeah, just as a team, it's so easy for a guy to fit in and making his debut in an occasion like this, with the guys got in your back and stuff. So yeah, it did feel quite easy that first scrum, but that's not just me, that's the whole pack. I think that's the secret behind it.
I think it took 27 minutes for the first scrum. It's quite a long time to wait for that first scrum, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did wait quite a while for it. Was quite excited for it. We got a good result. So yes.
Can you tell us what went on? Because obviously the scrums were a mess. I mean, the penalties both ways, and from the side we have no clue what actually goes on in there.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be a battle, especially on international level. Yeah, there's lots of fighting up front, and I think it was just a bit of stability and keeping to our structures, doing what we do best, and yeah, we must just keep on doing what we do, and it will be a lot better in the future.
Jaco, I mean, you changed the back row, you had some other changes, but the consistency of the team has remained at a high level throughout. Is that one of the keys you think that's developed in the last few months as opposed to last year's? You can interchange and it doesn't affect the team too much.
Yes, I really believe that just shows all the people out there that the Springbok culture is back on its way, and we're still working on it. But with all the change, or not all the changes, there was 3 or 4 changes. With those changes, the guys still know their responsibility within the team, and you have to have 31 guys buy into your culture and all the responsibility going with it. So I really believe that it was an amazing 3 weeks or 4 weeks with the boys, and I really enjoyed it personally, and I really think if you ask anyone, they really enjoyed it, getting to know each other, getting to build a new culture, and yes, rebuilding the brand.
You've now played under 3 more coaches. What's different about this team, and do you get the feeling that you guys are on your way to something special?
Yeah, definitely. I think what Jaco said, I mean, I think it's the guys that's really believing where we are going, believing in what we're doing, kind of having everyone on the same page, and just making everyone understand what it's about, It's not about the individual, I think it's more about the team, and not only the 22 or 23 on the pitch, it's about everyone that contributes in the week. It's easy to be positive when you have a number 9 jersey or starting lineup, or the starting 23, but when you have to hold the bag, or week in and week out, be disappointed that you don't play. I think that's where your character shows, and you know, big up to the guys who hasn't had a game in the last 3 weeks. You know, you know, we feel for them, but I think that's the guys that, you know, make the Springbok side. You know, they test us on defense, and they give us a good practice. In the end of the day, you know, we all work together towards the same goal. You know, in saying that, we all just look week for week. You know, and luckily we won this Test series 3-0, but there's obviously a lot to work on. You know, the culture is getting stronger. I think it's easy to throw the word brotherhood around, but I think the guys are really feeling for one another, and it's not about just being friends. I think the guys really get to know each other, get to know their families, their kids, their wives, and everything. So I think it's much deeper than that, and you know, that's awesome to see. It's great to be part of that.
Francois, talking of team culture, the defensive intensity you guys have shown through the 3-match series, what does it say about the positive mental space of the team?
Yeah, I think, you know, I think we defend with our hearts out there. I think, you know, we leave everything out there, and that comes down to understanding the role and understanding your role within the defensive system and where you fit in. I think if in a defensive system like this, if we make a mistake, it's, you know, to understand what happens after that and to fill in and not fall apart after that. So I think one of the biggest things is to get for us is to have clarity on the system and the calls and what goes, you know, on the field when we play, and especially in defense, which is really important. So clarity and understanding your role within the system, whether it's defense, attack, where you have to be, and that's why I say obviously it's not perfect, it's far from it, but we obviously work hard to get there, you know.
Ruan, was jy baie emosioneel geweest toe jy uitdraf op jou field, op jou debut, en daar's soveel mense. Vertel ons 'n bietjie van daai ervaring, hoe was dit vir jou?
Ja, ek moet sê dit is redelik emosioneel geweest. Ek dink mense kan net vra vir 'n beter